sometimes our comfort zone does not protect us. It's not good for us. Our comfort zone is there to keep us alive. What hasn't killed us before, we stay in and it'll keep us alive, right? Doesn't mean we're happy and thriving. So doing a trip like this, or doing anything that takes you into your uncomfort zone, lets you live a little bit, lets you explore, lets you realize that actually there's so much more to life than just doing the same thing day in, day out.
Get Radio Breakfast with Rich Smith.
We're catching up with a stranger on the show, back after nearly a month in the wilderness. Literally in the wilderness. It's Sara Southey from the Southey Way. Morning, Sara.
Morning, Rich. I know, nearly a month. It's crazy, isn't it? How have I done a month without this?
I don't know. I don't know how we've survived. We've had people pitching in with healthy body and mind kind of feel good things around this point of the show on a Monday, just to help us all get through. We mucked together. Everyone mucked in. We mucked together. So we missed you big time, but everyone kind of just went, right, Sarah's not here to do this. We're going to have to do it ourselves, which has been fantastic. But
that's what it's all about.
I want to find out about your trip, because we were chatting just off air. This is taking yourself out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, it has been. It's just been mind-blowing, if I'm honest. So for people that don't know, we basically went on a big adventure in the cars, and we drove down through Morocco into the Western Sahara and literally just explored the Western Sahara for 3 weeks. I mean, I can't. I mean, it's one of those things that you have to kind of be there.
Yeah, no, I get that. I mean,
it's so different.
I'm guessing, without being to the Western Sahara, I'm guessing a lot of sand.
Quite a lot of sand. But interestingly, Western Sahara, less sand, more hard baseline, ground level.
Yeah.
Because the big duney stuff, it all gets blown from the Western Sahara into the main, like the sand dunes that everybody all thinks about, Lawrence of Arabia type stuff.
Yeah.
We had baby dunes that we drove over, which was a tad scary. But wow. it was salt flats, it was like rock, it was dry riverbeds, and you'd think it was so open that we barely saw people, that there was no life there. But if you stopped and you paused and you just sat, you could see it. There was things living there, that some of which we perhaps didn't want around us at the campfire. There were a couple of cries of scorpion and a couple of cries of camel spiders, which are these big dinner plate sized spiders.
No. Oh my days.
Yeah, it was so different from what our everyday lives look like. And I think, getting out of your comfort zone, Rich, that's what it's about.
Well, as soon as you mentioned spiders, that's definitely getting out of my comfort zone. I was going to say what the restaurants and the bars were like, but it sounds like there weren't any.
Well, it's a dry country anyway, so no alcohol, and so no bars, but coffee bars. They do great coffee.
Yeah.
So I've come back pretty big caffeine addict.
I love it. One question for all this. One question.
Yes.
When you're planning, like, this is an amazing trip, probably like a once in a lifetime thing to do.
Yeah.
An amazing thing to do. Why did you do it? Because
I think it's really important to get out of your comfort zone and see what's out there. I mean, really interesting, because the earthquake in Morocco had just happened, like literally a couple of weeks beforehand. So we were a little bit nervous we've been planning this it is a once in a lifetime trip. We've been planning it, and then the earthquake happened, and we're like, oh my God, it's going to be awful. And yeah, it is awful. And there's a crazy amount of poverty, and there's a crazy amount of, stuff going on. But we've got to open our eyes to it. If we live in our comfort zone, sometimes our comfort zone does not protect us. It's not good for us. Our comfort zone is there to keep us alive. What hasn't killed us before, we stay in, and it'll keep us alive, right? Doesn't mean we're happy and thriving. So doing a trip like this, or doing anything that takes you into your uncomfort zone, lets you live a little bit, lets you explore, lets you realize that actually there's so much more to life than just doing the same thing day in, day out. So that's why we did it.
Amazing. Yeah, you honestly, I've just hooked. Like, you paint such an amazing picture. It just looks absolutely incredible, and just what a thing to do. And I guess, have you come back kind of buzzing from it?
I haven't. We only got back on Friday, so I've spent the whole weekend washing and weeding, because who knew artificial grass could grow? So I've been literally weeding my artificial grass since I got back. So wow. I need time to process. Your brain does need time to process all of this. So I'm still a little bit dazed. I don't know whether you can tell. Yeah.
I kind of got that. The saucer eyes just going like, yes. Wow, just taking it all in again. Amazing. Sarah, It's so lovely to have you back. The trip sounds incredible. And if we're taking something away from this, just get out your comfort zone and see the world as well. Different. It's a beautiful place out there. It really is.
It really is.
Amazing
wow
stuff.
Monday, here you go.
There you go, Monday. Bang, go see the world. Go do it now.
Go see the world.
There we are, you heard it here first. Sarah Southey from the Southey Way, great to have you back.
Oh, thanks for having me back.
Well, it was touch and go at one stage. Brilliant stuff. Sarah will be back, of course, next Monday, as long as she doesn't plan another month trip to the Western Sahara. Of course, you can catch Sarah in the Shed of Strength, and catch her on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. Just search for Sarah Southey, the Southey Way. Healthy mind, body and soul, and get out your comfort zone.